All right, let's talk about how we apply what we've been learning about packages to importing the scanner, right? So whenever I do this, I import java.util.scanner, right? And it says in your notes to create an object, create a scanner object. You don't need to necessarily know exactly what that means right now. Just understand that we're creating a new scanner and we're calling it, we can actually give it whatever name we want. Like I can name it that, but I want to know exactly where I'm getting my data from. And remember the two requirements for identifiers, right? Unique and descriptive. So I know I'm getting information from the keyboard here, so I'm just going to call it keyboard. What I can also do is just call it KB for short, right? Equals new scanner object. It's not one that exists. It's actually just a new scanner object. And we're going to get our text from the system input, which for our purposes is the keyboard. Basically, most 90% of the time, system input means keyboard. But there are also other system input devices where we can get text from, like voice recognition software. There are certain devices for people with impairments of some sort. So some of the text will come from there. 90% of the time, system in means keyboard, right? So once we create our scanner object, what we're actually doing is we're saying, I want to create this scanner object, and I want to feed it data from the user input, right? From the keyboard. Then we're going to say, then we're going to create a user prompt, right? For some information. What line? Let's go. Please and enter your name. So you would enter your name theoretically, and then what we want to do is use the next, since scanner has this method called next that finds the next word in your string, right? So if I just say keyboard.next, keyboard is my scanner object, and it has a method called next, right? And that's going to get me the next available word from whatever string I enter, right? So the problem with this is if I just run keyboard.next, it'll grab that data, but as soon as this that function is done executing, the data will be gone, right? We're not actually doing anything with that data at that point. What I need is a variable, and I'll call it name, and I'll set it equal to the output that I get from the next method. Is everybody with me so far? Questions? Okay. Need a data to hold that, or I need a variable to hold that data. Then I can use that data for something, right? I can say, I can develop a response. Hello. Right, so if I run this, please work. That's the worst when it doesn't work. And it gives me a response. Are you guys with me so far? Okay, because I can also take age, right? Do I need to create another scanner object to create the age? No, I do not. I could say please enter your age. Right? And then I can say, let's go int age equals kb.next. What do we use for integers? Next int. If you get any error saying I can't find this variable or whatever, make sure you check the spelling on these. It's very case sensitive. And then let's do something Wow. Let's go. Wow. Your age years old. So if we do that, and then I run this, oops, what'd I do?
You typed NL.
Yeah. Whatever. Need this back here. So let's close this. Terminate that. The print lines I usually, all right. So let's enter my name and then my age. That's my real age, by the way. You guys can tell that. And you can see I get the response. So again, last thing, just remember this. You're going to create the object, and we're going to use that keyboard object over and over again. And it just follows a pattern. Prompt, then you take your method to extract the data that you're looking for, then response. Prompt, method to get the data, response, right? And again, I'm using the keyboard again. I don't have to create a new one. I can just use keyboard over and over again.